Titlewave is an effective and easy collection management tool from Follett. After signing in to Titlewave, click on Collection Management in the upper right side of the screen. Choose Submit Collection on the next screen. Review the profile that has been established for you. Enter your enrollment in the correct box. To calculate the recommended items per school, divide the recommended total from your state and divide by the enrollment. The state of Maryland recommends that high schools have 18,000 items in their collection. Divide that by 2,100 and you get a little over 8.5 books per student, so I've rounded up to 9. I've entered Maryland State Standard in the custom description box so that I know where I got my calculation from. Then click Next. On this screen, select Mark 21 U.S. Mark for the record format. On the circulation system, choose Winnebago Spectrum from the drop-down menu and click Next. This screen is where you enter in the prefixes that go on your call numbers. They have book categories as well as AV categories, and we'll begin with the book categories. So I've entered in F for my fiction, REF for my reference, and so on. I did enter 920 as well as 92 for the biography section. I've added a new section for graphic novels, which we label GN at my school, and I've put NA for the paperback and the easy book since we don't have those in my collection. Now I go to the AV categories, and I've entered in the prefixes for all the items in the AV section of our collection. And I've chosen to select Ignore AV items because I do not want those analyzed in my age titles or anything else in my collection. And now I click Next. On this screen, these are advanced options, and you can see the tabs up across the top here. And on the Ignore Prefix one, I've entered in additional prefixes other than the AV ones from the previous screen. So I've chosen to ignore newspaper, magazine, any of the Prometheum, the slates, the votes, the wands, etc. Anything that you do not want analyzed in the Titlewave analysis. On Remove Prefix, you may not have anything in this section, but I've chosen to enter REF because we interfile our reference books with our regular collection, and I want those titles to be analyzed in the correct Dewey section and not with reference. You do have to be aware that Follett will analyze the reference, and they will depict your collection as having none, so in need of having reference, so you just need to ignore that recommendation. When you go to the age sensitivity, these are the items that Follett has recognized as being particularly sensitive to age, and they've given the recommended years here. You can choose to select the default, or you can make it anything to your liking. The age titles are the regular amount of books in your collection. That's the age 15 years is the acceptable range, the age span, and if you choose to differ from that, you can simply add that in on the correct boxes. Now we're ready to upload our file. So you be aware that will the errors, and they will the error your collection, the error none, the error, so the error of having the error, so you the error ignore that the erroration, the error, when you the age sense the items that recognize in particular relative to age, and they've given recommend years. You can select correct alter you correct anything correct like correct title correct regular amount correct in your collect the 15-year acceptable range age span, and if you choose from that, you add that on the correct boxes. Now I upload a file.